So do you also use LinkedIn lead ads to get more leads for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to log social media leads from LinkedIn to Airtable automatically. So like you, I also use LinkedIn leads to get more leads for my own business. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from LinkedIn lead ads, I want to add the lead details into my Airtable too, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between LinkedIn leads and Airtable, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video I'll show you how to automatically add LinkedIn leads to Airtable. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now I'm just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect to create a connection between LinkedIn leads and Airtable. And this is an amazing automation tool which requires no programming or coding language to create connections between multiple applications. But before we move on further and create this automation, I'm just going to show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, solutions, doubt and workflow tips. So if you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to move on further and go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect. And over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account, and now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account. And to get started, I'm simply going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me to select the workflow builder. So we have two options, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is stable, has a familiar approach and ideal for those who want a tried and tested setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm just going to use this new one, so I'm just going to go towards the select of the new one. Now it is asking me for the workflow name, so I'm simply going to name my workflow as this: log social media leads from LinkedIn to Airtable automatically. And now for the folder, I'm just going to simply select my folder as automations. So on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created, in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only and click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of my automation. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process while the actions are results towards the same. Alright, I'm just going to simply set up my trigger to start with this automation. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to simply select it as LinkedIn right over here. So I'm just going to search for LinkedIn right over here, and as you can see this, so I'm just going to simply select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as lead notifications and click on this connect. Now in order to connect my LinkedIn account with Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to click on this add a new connection and then connect with LinkedIn. But if you have already created a connection between LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect, you can go towards this select existing connection and then save. Alright, I'm just going to click on this add a new connection and then connect with LinkedIn. And once I'm I'm just going to click on this connect with LinkedIn. Yes, you can see that with this we have successfully created a connection between LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm just going to simply select the account right over here, and then I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, it is saying waiting for webhook response. So what we have to do is we have to do a test submission in order to capture this webhook response. And how are we going to do that? For that, I'm just going to simply open my LinkedIn account right from here, and I'm just going to simply open the ad which I'm running. So as you can see that this is the same ad for which I want to create this automation, or you can say this is the same campaign for which I want to create this automation. So I'm just going to do the test submission for the same. So I'm just going to click on this apply now button right over here, and once I'm just going to click on this apply now, it is asking me for the email address and the phone number. So you must be wondering, why is it not asking me for the first name, last name and company name? So I'm using a test LinkedIn lead ads account. I'm using a draft campaign in order to create this automation. But if your campaign is live, definitely your leads are going to get the option to fill in the first name, last name and company name too. I'm just going to simply fill in the email address and phone number right over here. So I'm just going to simply enter the email address as demo@pabblytudes.com, and now for the phone number, I'm just going to simply enter the phone number too. And after entering this, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says submit, and as you can see, it is saying information sent to Pabbly. So with this, we have successfully submitted this. All right, so I'm just going to open my workflow, and over here Pabbly is going to capture this webhook response now because we have successfully did the test submission. So I'm just going to wait for the webhook response, and as you can see that we have successfully captured the webhook response. Over, you're going to see the first name, the last name, the company name, the email address and the phone number. And now I'm just going to add all of these details into my Airtable. For that, I'm just going to simply move on further. I'm just going to close this trigger because we have successfully completed our trigger step. Now I'm just going to move on forward. I'm just going to simply add new action step right over here. And now for the action application, I'm just going to simply select it as Airtable. So I'm just going to search for Airtable and select it. And now for the event, I'm just going to simply select it as create record and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Airtable. And once I'm just going to go towards this connect with Airtable, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also give Pabbly all the permissions because Pabbly is safe and your data is secure with us. So what you can do is you can simply select a base right over here for which you want to give the permissions, or you can simply click on this add all resources to give the permission for all the bases. So I'm just going to simply click on this add all resources and click on this grant access. And once I'm just going to click on this grant access, yes, you can see with this we have successfully connected our Airtable account with Pabbly Connect. And now over here it is asking me for the base name. So I'm just going to simply select the name of my base. As you can see, the name of my base is social media leads. So I'm just going to select the same right over here. I'm just going to look for social media leads right over here. So I'm just going to search for same and select it. And now I'm just going to move on further. Over here, I'm just going to select the table name. And now it's asking me for the first name, last name, email and all the details which I want to add in my Airtable. So to add these details, I'm just going to simply add the details right over here, and automatically these details will be added right over here in my Airtable database. But over here, I'm not going to add the details manually by typing it, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data turns dynamic and change with every new response received. So what I'm just going to do is one by one, I'm just going to search for the details in the response of my previous step and I'm just going to map it. So I'm just going to map the first name, then I'm just going to map the last name. I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to map the email address right over here, and then I'm just going to map the phone number too. So I'm just going to look for phone number and map it. I'm just going to move on further and map this company name. And after mapping all of these details, I'm simply going to click on this button which says save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully added these details in our Airtable database. Alright, so I'm just going to open my Airtable, and as you can see, the details have been added right over here. Be it the first name, the last name, the email address, the phone number or the company name. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now when whenever we're going to receive a new lead from LinkedIn, automatically the lead details will be added in my Airtable. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back in again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. And if you wish, the link of this workflow is given in the description box below. You can check it out. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.